Hello everyone, Ashley Force here with the Rowan Television Network. We have George Watsky here in the Student Center. How are you tonight, George?
I'm fantastic. Really excited for the show.
Good, good. Now, I know you recite poetry, you rap. When it comes to performing, do you have a preference?
Well, I started doing spoken word when I was 16, and so that was about 10 years ago now, and it wasn't until 2 years ago that I was able to really start bringing my band out and doing the rap shows. This is my spoken word show, so in the last 2 years I've mostly been doing rap, which I love, and it's been a great change for me, but now that I've been away from doing spoken word shows as much, I'm really excited to always do them again. Because the difference is, when you do a poetry show, everyone in the room is listening to every word you say, whereas at a music show, it's great, it's a party atmosphere, but the drawback to that is that people are partying, they're talking to each other, you know, they're dancing and stuff, so it's really fun, but it's great to have people's ear.
So do you remember the first piece of art you wrote, maybe a song or poetry?
Man, so the first rap that I wrote was this really embarrassing thing before my voice had dropped, and oh my god, I listened to it recently. I remember forgetting, it was called like Noisy Clowns. Back in those days when I wrote something, it didn't have to make any sense, and I would just write it down and I would assume that it was good because it was hard to write anything at all, and so I forgot halfway through whether the song was called Noisy Clowns or Nosy Clowns, and so like the song's chorus changes halfway through, and like it has the 16 bars that are randomly just about politics and George Bush for no reason except that, like, oh, I was in San Francisco and of course I had to have a political section, so that will never see the light of day.
That's a unique title, and I have been watching your YouTube videos lately. Do you come up with the concepts?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it's a collaborative effort between myself and someone who will direct them, but I'm involved like through every stage of developing a treatment to editing to making sure it's publicized correctly, and I'm very hands-on. I think that the way that a video comes out really influences the way people see the song, so I don't want to just pawn that off to somebody else. And also, I love being on set. Like, I love creating. I went to film school, so it's really fun for me to do.
So it's no secret that you're very fast at rapping. Do you have any exercises you do before you perform to avoid getting tongue-tied?
Not really before I perform. I always like to just try and relax and do breathing exercises to just get ready. Yeah, exactly. But if you're interested in being a fast rapper, there's exercises that you can do to get better at those skills. Yeah. I mean, I like to tell people with that really fast stuff, it's the two main skills are, one, knowing what the rhythm of what you're going to do is going to be. So if you want to learn to do it, studying drumming really helps because you get to learn how rhythmic subdivisions of beats break down, and you can figure out like all the syllables have their own place, just the way that when you're playing drums, every beat has its own place in the measure, every syllable has its place in the measure when you're rapping, and if you're doing it really fast, you need to know that, and it's not just the syllable placements, it's the stresses on the syllables, which actually goes back to some very like nerdy lessons about poetry. It's scansion and Shakespeare stuff that is completely irrelevant to that. And the other thing, so that's the writing aspect of it, and then in performing it, it's just diction. It's like tongue twisters can really help. Sure. And like learning any instrument, you don't start by going at blazing speed. If you're trying to be a good violinist or a good pianist or something, you want to master a phrase at a slow tempo so you get it exactly right, and then you ratchet up gradually. You start slow, you get a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster, just making sure that you're never sacrificing the clarity of what you're doing.
What's all this hard work going towards? Do you have an ultimate goal?
I am living my ultimate goal, which is to be a professional artist and a performer. And a few years ago, I would have told you that my goal was to take what I was doing at college campuses and try and play real ticketed venues with my band. And so that started happening already, which is really gratifying to me. But my goal is sustainability. Like, I don't want to hit a point 5 years from now where I can't do this anymore. I want to make sure that I'm laying the foundation to have a long career and to keep doing work that I'm passionate about. Like, I never want to start making art because I think that's what people want to hear, that's what's going to be popular. I try and always make sure that it's something that I'm really saying truthfully because I'm passionate about.
True. Now I have to mention your birthday's in a couple days. I just want to say happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Do you have plans?
You know, this is actually my first birthday in 6 years back in my hometown. I've been on the road for all the past ones, so my friends are throwing a party tomorrow night, which is not my birthday yet, but I'll probably go out for just a drink or something.
It's never too soon.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, you know, the crazy wild bender birthdays might be until I hit like another milestone or something in the rearview mirror, so I'll just take it easy and have a good time with my friends.
It sounds like a good time.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes.
No problem. Thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
It was great having you.
Thank you.